Everybody, it's Kathy here. Today, I'm hopping along with the girls down in the lands down under looking at food here in Australia. So this is our layout. Thank you to all my subscribers for popping on in today. And for those that are new, I hope I do something to keep you coming back. Let's get started. Hi everybody, we're playing along with hopping along with the girls and from the lands down under, and it's been a while. We're now every second Monday, and this one me, Australia, and this one's New Zealand. We're coming together to create layouts, and in November we're focusing on traditional foods or foods that are specific for us. And even though this doesn't seem like a big thing, when I was traveling recently, trying to find a cheese and tomato toastie was almost impossible. So it is a big thing. So I'm going to do like a traveler's notebook type layout, and I'm using these papers here to come together, and I'm also using a whole range of my leftover scraps that I'm going to tie into this layout to create the overall effect that I want. Alright, so I'm going to start here with this lattice background, and I really do love the colour in this one. It's a beautiful grey and white, and it picks up the checkered serviettes in the photos. Now these photos are of my girlfriend that I went overseas with and I, where we do this little thing every now and then, just show us what you're doing. So we snapshot a photo to each other of what we're doing currently at that particular time. And it was quite funny that day. I had been taking my daughter out to do one of her assessment tasks for her animal handling certificates, and I was killing time while she was in the animal sanctuary. And so I was watching whales and got a chai latte with a toasted cheese and tomato sandwich, and so I thought I'd snap my friend, and she too was out watching whales and having a sandwich and a cup of coffee at the same time. So it was quite hilarious that we were both doing the same thing. So, and I can honestly say we were 150 kilometres apart. I was in Wollongong and she was in Newcastle, so it was quite funny. Well, what I've done here is I have divided this floral paper into halves, and I'm mounting it on the white cardstock here, and that is so that it gives a frame which looks like a traveller's notebook. It looks like I've got two sides of the pages. I'm mounting the photos with white cardstock because I want them to pop up off that paper, and also I'm going to be putting strips of paper underneath, and that will help it make the photos stand out. Now, sometimes with cardboard, as you can see here, when you cut, it does give a bit of a bird edge, and that actually frustrates me, so I'm just trying to remove a bit of them. This photo here was my one, and this other photo was my friend's. So you would have seen earlier in one of my other videos, which I'll put in the link down below as well, of this where we did hers and mine again, and hers was in the snows and mine was at the craft table. So it's quite funny how we capture what we're doing, and it's a good way of keeping our friendship going and a good way of recording our friendship. So I'm just trimming down 3/4 inch strips of all of these scraps so that I can create a layered background using the strips of paper to have anchoring points for the photos. So for the first photo, I'm coming from the top of the page. I'm just going to trim that off a little bit more there so that I've got some interest building, and I'm just layering them up along the top seam here, and that gives a background for the photos to sit on. And then when I go to the bottom right, I'm going to come from the bottom. So stalactites and stalagmites, that's what they're looking like. But it's an anchor point for the photos. And you can see that I'm just marking off where the photo sits because I do not have strips that go the full length, but I am able to extend them because the photo will cover them up, and I'm building up that layered and staggered effect with the strips of paper. Now I've gone, as I said, through my scraps. I found all colours that were complementary to the photos, as well as the papers coming all together, and the greys and the greens all mix nicely with that beautiful soft lilac paper with little tiny flowers on it. that's one of the major things I find very important when working with photos and papers, especially when they're not from the same range, is that you are looking at the colours from your photos. The colours of your photos will dictate the colours of your layout choices, and that's because they are complementing the photos, and that makes the photo actually pop. Now, it's really funny when you look at these photos, you'd think they were taken on the same camera, but I can honestly tell you they were not. One was mine and one was hers, but it was the same day. So it's always uncanny how we manage to be doing the same sorts of things, and in places where we can get very similar types of photos. As I said, we're talking about Australian food in particular, and I know the cheese and tomato toasty is not necessarily Australian oriented, but after travelling just recently to America, Alaska and Canada, finding a cheese and tomato sandwich was almost impossible to find one that was just like home. And a cheese and tomato toasty is always a great favourite. It's something we use for breakfasts, and it's also something we use at night times if we're just wanting a light dinner. But I often just have a cheese and tomato sandwich because I just like the combination, and it works so well, especially when you make it into a toasty. I love a good chai latte. My friend loves a half-strength cappuccino. So very much coffee drinkers in Australia, very connoisseur-y. My friend struggled overseas with the coffee. She could not cope with the drip coffee. She just feels that it's just not good at all. And so that's why it's really, really resonating with me in this layout. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to build some cluster tags and cluster points. And what I'm also using is I'm using a swap that I got recently in a Girls Down Under Australian group of crafters who swap things, and the theme was stained glass, and these ones are beautiful. They're just stained glass squares that just match beautifully into this layout, and also allow me to create little clusters of interest for this page. They are flowers in the black with some coloured transfers behind, and that allows that stained glass effect. And they were from Narelle Fassalo, and I'm very grateful that I had them because they fit beautifully for this layout, and as you can see, make a great interest point for the three areas, or the three visual triangle points. So I've put in some flowers, I've put in some word strips there with little word phrases, and I'm going to use some Nuvo drops to pop onto the flowers to fill them out. And what I was doing there is I was just looking for a scrap that I could use to cut these leaves out of, using them on a punch just to build the flowers and bulk up that cluster effect for these 3 points. And it's really important that you try and put in your clusters the similar ones to get that balance and harmony happening across your layout. So you can see I have like a little anchor point, I've got the word strips, I've got the little frames with the transfer background in the stained glass, and I have the flowers with the leaves. So that's how those clusters come together. What I'm going to do now is I'm using these white stickers, and I'm going to put the little titles hers and on the top left of her photo, and I put mine on the bottom right, and that creates that effect and equal balance across the page as well. So this was definitely her selection, and there's my selection down below. So all of these different little things that you add to your layout make it interesting. It also helps to capture the memory, and what seems to be unusually plain photos actually have a great memory and should be recorded. And it is take those little moments, those everyday moments that we have, and put them into our scrapbooks, because they're the history of the future. They're our everyday activities that people will refer back to, and you'd be surprised how much it changes from year to year, from decade to decade, and this is just a little reminder. As I said, I am putting in pops of colour into the centre of my photos and giving them a quick little flick underneath to create that enamel dot effect. That is the best thing about pops of colour. They go on so easily like a cream paste, and then with a flick they create an enamel dot effect on your layout. And that's my 3 clusters with my 3 visual triangles set up with those pops of colour. Just going to add a little bit of journaling in here, saying when it was and what we were doing. So it's like my girlfriend and I, we're sharing our photos, and this is what we're both doing at the same time, which is quite amazing and quite unusual. So thanks for having a look today. I'm sure each of you have photos that have the similar memory for you. This is like a little traveller's notebook made into a 12 by 12. Just use the same sort of framing for that. As you can see, each of those clusters, they all draw your eye around that layout, and that layering of the strips underneath are quite good. So thanks for taking the time to look today. Hopefully I've done enough to get a thumbs up from you. There is a playlist for all the people playing along with the Scrapping Along with the Girls in the Land Down Under. Please make sure you leave some love for the girls. YouTube loves those thumbs up. They also love it when you comment. So give us a comment. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks again for watching. Happy scrapping till next time. And here's the next video I reckon you should watch. Have a great afternoon.